It's the D-League for the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp, Dazzle and Altitude. I'm NorCal's voice of choice, Levi Flores, and it's Thursday, the second to last day of camp, as Championship Friday is tomorrow morning, and these teams will vie for their championship title if they can make it there. The playoffs start tonight after dinner, so pay close attention to that scheduling so you know who is in what seeded position. These Dazzle and Altitude teams have been playing against the other D-League performers throughout the week, and the very, very tough division of 6 teams will be battling it out, and it will be a one-game elimination starting tonight, so you do not want to miss out on those possible elimination games. Dazzle head coach Denny I, the legend himself, the CCC-MBCA Hall of Famer. That's the California Community College Men's Basketball Coaching Association Hall of Famer. Denny I, he also has a state title with Columbia College back in 1993. His son, CEO of the camp. And the first bucket there from Higgins goes down for Dazzle. It's a 2-0 score. Dazzle in the white and blue, and they have Mock, Schaefer, Higgins, Kildani, Yamas, Roth, and Cornwell. That is their team set by Denny I in the draft Monday night. And then for Altitude, Scott Thomason. He has Lopez, Kirsten, Carrillo Wright, Williams, Thomason, Frederick, and Williams. And that is who is on his Altitude team, as the Altitude give it up with Kirsten on that left side, turning it over. Landon Mock hands it over, 15-footer. Good look at the basket, breaks off the block, gets his own miss with Koldani. He'll swing to the corner wide open, but Mock doesn't see him. Carrillo Wright was late to the party. Higgins inside, denied by the right side of the rim. Multiple players still going for it. Mock is able to bring it out for Dazzle. Mock drives inside, bump from behind, no foul call. Ball's loose. Williams will take it down 2-on-2. He has Yamas in front of him. Dishes it right side, a 1-2 step. Didn't have the chance to dribble as the ball was out of his possession, and he was trying to make a grasp, but he couldn't take another step. So he did the right thing by either passing or taking a shot instead of taking the violation. At least give your team a chance for something to work. Yamas gives it out, but it's stripped by J.W. Frederick. And Jaden Cornwell will get a steal after that. Kildani picked up his dribble, hands it over to Yamas. The defensive Altitude playing way out high, which spreads the floor better for Dazzle. And their offense high working. The gears keep turning and never stop. Mock, screen, Higgins, pick and roll. Kirsten plays the double. Higgins slips inside, foul, count the basket, and a three-point play comes for Stephen Higgins. Fantastic play. Higgins setting the pick and roll. Kirsten played great defense, although he closed himself to one side of the court. By that pass coming through, he had to turn his body all the way around to try to make the stop on Higgins, which ultimately led to the foul. If you keep yourself open, go a 50-50 split, you can have the help defense, but also stay on your man, who is Higgins. Kirsten against Higgins, trying to have some payback. Travel on the play, turns it over. Dazzle up 4-0, has a chance to extend. Koldani moves down into the left side corner, calling for it, gets it to him. Tries making the move into the paint, splits and kicks. Higgins double teaming, lost it, and he is the last to touch it despite trying to wrap over Kirsten. Kirsten, his deep shot doesn't go. One thing that everyone in this camp really needs to focus on is Carrillo Wright misses his three, and Kirsten puts it back for two. First bucket of the game for Altitude. But what everyone needs to focus on is grabbing the ball on a rebound. Everyone's just batting it up in the air. You have to go up strong, grab it, both hands, bring it down into your possession. If you're offense or defense, it doesn't matter. Just make sure you grab the ball and don't try to bat it to a teammate, because that's where the ball gets lost. Kirsten, three-pointer, short. Floater down on the side, looking for his own miss. 4-2 is the score. Dazzle up by 2. Low scoring, but good defensive plays. "10 seconds to play. They need another 3 to tie the game. Cuban, half court. Oh! Cuban knocks down the half court, ties the game. Oh my goodness. Stuff about basketball. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. We'll do it at the half. I'll get another headset. Yeah. Just don't say anything mean. James, you got 13. Hold on. Hey, Claude, give us a second.
Hey, P3, you got 82, right?
You ready to move those feet, big time? Go.
Good to go.
Dazzle leading Altitude at the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. It is the D-League, which is the middle school division, 7th and 8th grade boys. I'm NorCal's voice of choice, Levi Flores, and these D-League teams battling the entire week big time. They have not given up on each other. There has been some big blowouts, but nobody ever gives up, and it always seems like it's a tight game no matter what the score is in the end. Here's Thomason getting a rebound, poke from behind. It is going to stay orange with the no full court press rule. And that's been one issue with a lot of these campers. They never just want to go back and play defense. They always want to make the stop in transition, which I understand, I get, and it is very, very tempting, especially when they're trying to make a move on a fast break. But at the same time, trying to teach that half-court set so that you get better offense and defensively, not always on the move. The two-point bucket there from Williams as Mock steps into a 3. That one goes long. Higgins fighting for it with Kirsten. He strips it away before the jump ball was called. Here's Kirsten off the left side using the right-hand handle. Steps into a 3, doesn't go. As it backs off, barely kept alive, but it's into the hands of a Dazzle member. Higgins is up court. He goes against Kirsten. A little contact, but still finishes. Kirsten looks over at the clock and scores. Sees Dazzle up by 2. Baseline drive, just a tight bit short. Down, denied from behind. Carrillo Wright gets a block on his record book. Schaefer underneath, puts it off the backboard, doesn't go. Higgins there for the return, but Kirsten is the only one underneath for a rebound. Higgins did a good job there as well. I just mentioned a moment ago about the rebounds and how people need to grab the ball, but Higgins was able to get through, grab it in air, and try to make the putback. Unfortunately, it just couldn't quite get the good bounce. Kirsten slides through with the right hand. Ties it up, 6-6. And a great move by Kirsten. Always paying attention to the basket there as this ball goes way outside. Mock intended pass to Jordan Roth, but over the head and wasn't paying attention. Kirsten, sidestep three. Breaks off the block, down in the paint. Cornwell couldn't do it. Stopped down low by Mock. He gets the block, and Carrillo Wright grabbed the ball again and then touched the support system, which is out. So he turns it back over. Low scoring, 6-6. Great defense, especially inside the paint. Highest percent shots come inside there, and everyone doing a good job closing out, except Higgins somehow finds an easy way in. An unlocked door to the paint. Kirsten against Higgins. Carrillo Wright, a few steps inside, still doesn't go. Ball poked, but regathered. Mock for another deuce. Another stop on the outside. Kirsten drives, right hand, got the defense behind him and finishes once more. Just over 5 to play in the first. 10-8, Dazzle up by a possession. Mock, screen Higgins, pick and roll. Higgins triple teamed on the baseline, which gives plenty of options outside. Mock steps into a floater. Doesn't go, but gets his own miss as it slipped through the hands of Schaefer. Mock's three, too long. Kirsten gets the rebound. It will be altitude basketball when we come back in just a moment. It's 10-8 at the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. Ten seconds to play. They need another three to tie the game. Cuban, half court. Oh! Cuban knocks down the half court, ties the game. Oh my goodness. (10-8) Dazzle leading altitude. You're watching the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. I'm NorCal's voice of choice, Levi Flores, and for the D-League, all of these teams have been going up and down in their scoring throughout the week, and Championship Friday is tomorrow with playoffs starting tonight. So these teams going to have to pay close attention to what they do after dinner, because a win means they move on. A loss means they're done. It's one of the low-scoring games of the D-League. We've seen upward scorings of 50, 60 points. Yamas goes up with the right hand. The hook goes up and down for two. Julian Yamas for Coach Denny I. Top of the arc three, no. Yamas back in control for Dazzle. Kicks out to Cornwell for three. Stopped underneath. Roth got the rebound, but right there for the stop was Joshua Williams. Williams, baseline, lost it. Schaefer, here he goes. Cornwell up court. Koldani on the other side. Schaefer with the hop step Euro. Can't do it. Williams deflected by Koldani. He'll give it over to Yamas, the point guard, acting with 4 right now, as Roth tying his shoe on the other end. Cornwell will set up for another 3. This one's long again, but Koldani is able to move around Williams for an offensive rebound. (12-8). Dazzle still on top, just over 2 minutes to play in the first. Williams calls it out, screen on the left side by Carrillo right, dips it over to J.W. Frederick, and they're gonna reset rather quickly after the 2-pass scheme. 3 from the wing, too much. Carrillo right. Push comes first, no shot, it's gonna be on the ground. Quick inbound pass from the corner, rolls around, taps the backboard, and drops through for Altitude. 12-10 now. Yamas had the handle on the crossover. Williams moved off his feet for a half second. So we have a travel on Jaden Cornwell. Slid that pivot foot and the back judge calls him out. Final minute of the first, Altitude down 2, ball in hand. Altitude give this possession up. Dazzle. Yamas goes over, talks to coach on his way down. Call out what could be their final play of the first. We'll see what they have in store. Coach Denny I, the mastermind of basketball. Yamas goes for the crossover, launches off the foot of Williams. He moves it from left to right, and going down is J.W. Frederick, who kicks out Carrillo right, gets Schaefer off his feet, slides inside, and travels. Fantastic play, well executed by Altitude. Just couldn't quite do it without the violation. Needs to get it off. Yamas flings it up and comes up about 2 feet short on the final attempt of half one. Dazzle hold on to a 2-point lead. It's 12-10 with 17 minutes left. 12-10 Dazzle leading Altitude for the D-League at the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. I'm Levi Flores, and these two teams in this game have held it within just a few possessions every time. Higgins is back into play for Dazzle, who was a very big game changer as soon as he steps out onto the court. Always dominates the paint no matter where he's at on the court. He will always find his way inside whenever a shot is going up so that he can possibly get a rebound. Mock holds and gives to Yamas, both point guards out for Dazzle as well, along with Higgins, the paint dominator. It looks like a good setup for Coach Denny I, but this time getting in Higgins' way is Jackson Kirsten. Thomason's down on the backside, going back door. Carrillo right, and Thomason now in the corner. Kirsten jacks up a three. Kicks off the side. Yamas will let it go, and Carrillo right couldn't get there for Altitude. Mock the handles against Carrillo right. 1-2 step inside. Got it. Mock attacks immediately. Uses the help from some of his teammates who were just keeping the defenders away from him. Now it's 14-10. Swinging the sides of the court. Kirsten jacks up another one. Got it to go. A steal by Cornwell. Excuse me, that's Williams. Swatted at by Yamas. Williams didn't finish. Leading pass, Hail Mary up to Roth, and with his left hand, banks it high off the backboard. Too much power. Carrillo right, switches Williams, his three. It's good! Knockdown triple. Back-to-back threes for Altitude. Give them a 2-point lead, first one in the game. Mock sidesteps into a deep two. A tad long. Higgins swatted at and swallowed up by multiple defenders, giving him 2 free throws. Deep ball chased down by Higgins, thrown back into the field of play. Here's Altitude on the 3-point shooting streak. They've hit their last 2 in the 2 attempts. Kirsten up and under the arm of Higgins. Mock screen from Higgins. He's done some work on both ends as well. Siamas guarded by Williams. Roth. First failed possession in 3 times down the court for Altitude. They hit a 3-3 and then the layup underneath. That's the first miss. Make it 75% the last 4 times down the court. Kirsten, top of the arc 3. That sends us to a timeout with 12 minutes left in the second. Altitude have a lead by 3.
Ten seconds to play. They need another 3 to tie the game. Cuban, half court. Oh! Cuban knocks down the half court, ties the game. Oh my goodness.
Dazzle ball coming in out of the break. Altitude 18, Dazzle 15 with 12 minutes left. Dazzle led the entire first half, and it wasn't until that first 5 minutes of the second that the Altitude went on a scoring streak. 8 straight points is what they put on the board in that last 5 minutes. And now Dazzle wanting to change that. Higgins being a little more aggressive inside. He gets fouled here and earns himself 2 free throw shots. But Kirsten and Williams doubled up together for those 8 points for Altitude to put him back in this game. Kirsten again pushing the middle. Stop this time. The help defense was enough to make sure he passes out. Williams, pass deflected by Mock. And Dazzle altogether looks a little bit better, but the shots have been falling for Altitude in total. You see less turnovers, more steals, more high percentage shots, pounding the middle for Dazzle as Higgins again fouled once more. Kirsten back up top, looks good, is good, throws the dart, gets the bullseye. Kirsten knocks down his second 3 of the second half. 21-15, 16, excuse me. Cornwell hands over to Koldani, a big open space on the left side, decides not to attack it. Higgins might. He hands over to Mock, who will take that gap and go right in with the right hand. Coach asking for the players to keep moving that ball. Kirsten with 2 threes in the second half. Goes inside for a 13-footer. Battle down on the baseline. And we're going to have, I believe, a push on Koldani. And we will. Koldani will get called for a push underneath as J.W. Frederick got possession, and Koldani was trying to fight for it, bodied him out of bounds. Kirsten underneath with the left hand this time. That time it doesn't go. Schaefer. Mock moves around him, got it. Always surprised about the moves that some of these players are able to reel together, and Mock certainly showed off his bag there. Lost it off the foot, comes back into play for Koldani. Mock over the middle, got it. Off the backboard, even with the fantastic defense of Williams. Here's Schaefer on the move. Over to Higgins, up and down. Schaefer finishes with the left hand. And that's going to send us to a timeout with the score of 24-21. Dazzle has retaken the lead.
Ten seconds to play. They need another three to tie the game. Cuban, half court. Oh! Cuban knocks down the half court, ties the game. Oh my goodness. Yeah, like big games too. Yeah.
7 minutes in this heated battle. Dazzle up 3. Altitude took it in the last 5 minutes. Dazzle definitely completed it in that second set. But now with 7 minutes, it's up to the final gameplay. And that final 2 minutes could be the biggest point in this challenge, where the full court press will come in largely. Those free throws will also be a huge factor, as Kirsten can't rattle off that next 3, as Roth gets a nice defensive rebound and will hand it over to Yamas to act as the point. Yamas splits through, dips down his head, flicks it up again. Higgins looking at his offensive play, always physical in the best way possible. Higgins down with the left side. 26-21. This 3, Kirsten, he's been on fire in the second half. Unfortunately, he couldn't complete it. Put back doesn't go either. Looking at good second chance opportunities as Carrillo Wright misses that 3. Williams dips it to Kirsten. That one rolls in. We've seen a lot of second chance plays at the basket from both teams in this game. But the one big difference is with Higgins, Roth, and the rest of the Dazzle team, they are inside the paint, shooting inside the paint on their secondary shots. When you look at Altitude, they do it a little bit different. They'll want to reset, kick it outside, and since all the defenders are going back into the middle to try to grab that rebound, everyone's open on the outside. But those are not the easiest shots, and that's why Dazzle stay inside the paint like they were taught by Coach Denny I, and that's the big difference in this and why Dazzle has that few-point lead. Kirsten, 3. Higgins, deep rebound. Hail Mary pass up to Yamas. Kirsten gets there defensively, no foul. Schaefer, deep two, too much. Yamis flicks it up and down. Coach I asking, can we get a rebound? Don't allow them an offensive board. Stay underneath, box out, make sure the ball stays within their possession. They do just that. Cornwell follows the leader's orders. Yamis wraps around. Williams takes it away. It was intended for Higgins, but Williams standing right in the middle. Backdoor Correa right, slapped that, but got it. Yamis sidestep. Had an open look at three, but decided not to take it. It was an interesting aspect where he was going into the shooting motion, then he stopped in mid-form. Wrapping inside, beautiful pass from Yamis. And finished off in the end by Judah Schaefer. Correa right, backs down Schaefer, up and down. Three minutes to play, 1 minute until the real game scenario. Dazzle up three and has a chance to extend it here. Yamis double team, kicks out to the open man of Cornwell. He lost the handle but barely keeps it alive. Schaefer backs down Carrillo right, spins and turns, blocked. Denied at the rack and puts it back in the hands of Altitude. Kirsten, body bomb, flings it up anyway. Nearly got that one, and they are going to count it for a shooting foul. Kirsten earns two. Watch this closer. Kirsten started with it high. Higgins was playing a little bit too close and lollygagging, so Kirsten made him pay. Kirsten misses the second, and it will be Dazzle ball when we come back for the final 2 minutes. It's the D-League at the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp.
10 seconds to play. They need another three to tie the game. Cuban, half court. Oh! Cuban knocks down the half court, ties the game. Oh my goodness.
Probably one of the first shots I ever shot up on you was the hook shot. And I got Noel right here. Had to go over this. Because I knew he was just gonna swat me anyway.
Final 2 minutes, the real game scenario where full court press is allowed a one-on-one and all fouls that are not shooting. You have to pay real attention to what happens through this. Koldani, top of the arc, it's good! Knocked down, deep two, and Dazzle adds two more to their score, up by 5. Quick transition bucket on the other end for Williams in the Altitude. Higgins dips the shoulder, pushes the defense. It took him 2 tries, but he got it in the end. Deep shot doesn't go, chased down by Frederick. Pushed out again by Williams, and that's what I talked about in the beginning. You can't just tap the ball. You have to grab it, bring it down to solidify that you keep the possession. Mock makes his move on Williams. Over Carrillo right. Can't get the bounce. Tipped out again. It goes out. With 52 seconds, Dazzle still leads by 5, and they keep the ball. Inbound pass fouled. 2 shots. Look at this closer. And you see that swat from behind. I believe that's Carrillo right. It is picking up that foul. One more for Schaefer. Higgins and Mock deep on the other side to play defense. As Schaefer misses both. Altitude needs to put in the work here. Williams back out, Kirsten, top of the arc, looks good. Comes off the right side, chased down by Williams, but flung it right to Higgins. It's the wrong team. 30 seconds, up by 5. Mock and Dazzle playing the game of keep away. One and one, Yamas. Can't do it. Kirsten, screen from Williams, the 3 ball, still can't go. Coach Scott Thomason trying to put together a full court trap so that they could get this ball back. They need 2 possessions at least, and a quick foul. 13 seconds, down by 5, and also sending them to the free throw line. They've missed their last few, so it could be a real difference. Mock, another missed free throw, now to put in the work. Kirsten, he shot the last few, might have to do it again. Deep 3 ball. Comes up way short with only a few seconds. It's inevitable now. Dazzle will take the victory here as Mock gets the inbound. Dribble it around. Pick the foul, but it's not enough. 34-29, Dazzle, a victory with Coach Denny I. And that's for the D-League. When we enter back after dinner, the D-League playoffs will start. So come to us then, but there are still a few more games before that. You've been watching the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp.